The Stanley Parable. I've heard a lot of buzz and excitement surrounding this game, with some video game reviewers even claiming to be unable to fulfill their incredibly easy job of pointing out all the superficial features and then attaching a number to it. So I decided to do just that. Using the word gameplay when describing the Stanley Parable is inherently controversial, especially since it isn't even a game. People generally have issue defining exactly what makes a video game, with these descriptions ranging from the vague interactive system with a set of implicit and explicit objectives and win states, to an interactive piece of software designed with the purpose of entertainment. These are both obviously incorrect, as what is and is not a video game can be very easily defined. Can you make it jump? Unique to video games is the ability to jump, which was introduced in Mario and Mario Bros in the late 1300s. There is no other medium in which you can make someone or something jump. Go on, try to make this tomato jump. I'll give you 10 seconds. It doesn't matter how many buttons you press, it will just sit there. Therefore, games should be defined solely upon this unique feature. Examples. Is Call of Duty Modern Warfare a video game? Yes. Is The Wolf Among Us a video game? No. Is Gears of War a video game? Well, you can't jump, but you can kinda hop over chest-high walls, I guess, so I suppose it counts as a visual novel. So by that metric, we can assert the Stanley Parable is not a video game and is merely an interactive walking about an office building simulator. The worst part is it doesn't even have a multiplayer mode. 0 out of 10. The game has music, it occasionally plays, and at other times it doesn't. I like music, so it gets a 10 out of 10 from me. But graphically it looks like a Half-Life 2 mod. Come on Gabe, raise your game. 0 out of 10. The Stanley Parable has been praised by various critics as an outstanding commentary, exploration, and subversion of various video game design concepts and cliches, such as overly simplistic level design, the illusion of choice, and free will within a video game. With the level of praise that has been placed on the game, I expected a masterpiece that would possibly even surpass such works of art as Memento, The Prestige, or Inception. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, or The Dark Knight Rises. I received a letter from a certain video game commentator, and it reads as the following. The Stanley Parable is a work of genius in video game storytelling. It's so Kafkaesque. The diegesis of the game and the profound deconstruction of video game tropes truly amplifies the feeling of synesthesia between actor and character in such a way as to bring this paradigm into question. The interaction and agency, or lack thereof, that I, the player, exerts over Stanley prove that he is much of part of me as I am to him. This mono-unit 10 thesis, a word I just created which I shall explain in a later video, link in the description, is what contextualised and drove the narrative struggle between the player and the narrator throughout this wonderful experience. This intellectual of immeasurable calibre, however, failed to take into account the fact that he was playing an interactive experience pretending to be a video game, pretending to be a movie, so of course it couldn't contain anything of intellectual merit. No video game ever has or ever will. If I wanted a story, I'd go read a book. So playing the Stanley Parable can pretty much be summarised by there are no meaningful moral choices, there are no grand plot twists, no beautiful romance that fills my heart with a feeling so complicated. No revenge and no resolution at the end. It was nothing but pretentious nonsense trying desperately to be meaningful, while not appealing to my preconceived notion as to what exactly a video game is. 0 out of 10. The interaction and agency, or lack thereof, that I, the player, exerts over Stanley prove that he is much of a part of me as I am to him. This mono-unit... This mono-unit 10 thesis, a word I just created